Yeah, you know what? Let's go low tier, and let's be utterly horrible, and slap a 13-point commander into the tier 3, the Bellerophon, the absolutely not HMS Dreadnought. And can I be bothered to tank it up with mods? Well, we'll slap some modules on it. And then we will tag a couple of flags on, most notably the anti-fire and the India Delta. And that, I think, is pretty much all we're gonna need in this situation. I mean, it's not that you ever get much XP out of a tier 3 game. Anyway, let's go. So, as I said, Bellerophon, one of the more powerful tech tree tier 3 battleships, but not the most powerful. That still belongs to the König Albert, who's probably going to be floating around here somewhere. 7 battleships, 11 cruisers in the queue. You'll also note that her heel isn't quite as potent as the high tier ones. Deliberately so. She gets an extra charge to compensate. That's one of the balancing factors about the new boat button at tiers 9 and 10. Bellerophon's heel, if memory serves, is somewhat more standard. It's not quite as potent, doesn't work quite as fast. So, all ahead's, well, what passes for all ahead full. High explosive loaded, because you do still get the quarter penetration, even if they are, if memory serves, 305mm guns, so they're only good for about 75mm of armour, which is enough, especially if I can get a clean shot at that Kumo or the Caledon. But the St. Louis, maybe not so much. IVX Invader, Conrad would doubtless approve. Of course, the other translation to that is basically Ikaru. So, let's just roll forward, see what we get. Of course, the majority of... Actually, it should be a fairly even split lurking at the... looking at the force disposition. Typically, the way this works is that there's a relatively strong defending force, southwest and northeast, and a relatively weak attacking force, northwest and southeast. No fair using unreleased ships. Seal Club. Seal clubbing? What's seal clubbing? I only put a 13-point captain into this thing. Ahem. How's that seal clubbing? 19 points, yes. Mind you, Tamanon, what are you doing with a Nikolai? Took me long enough to notice that, didn't it? Excuse me, yank. Right. Let's see. Ooh, there's the Kolberg. Okay, so let's see. He's doing about, what, 25 knots. 4 batteries loaded. 8 seconds time of flight. Yeah, this should work. Rounds out. Note that the Sigma isn't quite so good. The dispersion's not brilliant, and my aim is, as usual, god-awful, so we just straddled him at 12 kilometers. Fine. Let's see, Dresden, Kaiser, Salkar really need to hook up with Tamanon. Mind you, that Dresden's crawling along, so let's just punish him for that. Slow and broadside to a battleship, yeah, that's a paddling alright. Although not that slow, and not that much of a paddling. Now, AP loaded, we should get a decent shot at the Caledon with a bit of luck. If there's anything left to shoot at. Seriously, Ocean Soul on a tier 2? Okay, my friend, it's your premium camo you're wasting. Like I said, it's your tier 3, it's his premium camo. Now, let's see, lock on to the Dresden once again. Give him a bit more lead this time. Rounds out, and then duck into this smoke which someone has so obligingly left. There we go, stripped a third of his health, and that was with overpens. Of course it is German smoke, so it's not going to last very long. They're all very health conscious in Germany. And we'll just pop a little heal to repair some of that damage while we're here. So we'll stop, match, fire, and then 2 overpens. And then the smoke's expired, so yeah, Smokey just noticed. Yeah, there's no justice, is there? The funny thing is, it's not us that are doing most of the damage. Right, let's see. Lock on our barely moving Dresden. Do we have no Shane Tamanon? No, I don't think we do. Rounds out. We also have no gunfire control, because Hector is the one that's doing most of the damage. Yeah, although he's not in the division, he's the one who's doing most of the work at this precise moment. And locked, fired. Just see if we can get something started there. I'm going to turn north and try to hook up with Tamanon. Bam, okay, 5,004 pens. And, torpedoes. Yeah, the high explosive is quite good for working over superstructure and upper belts at this tier. Main belts, not so much. Even dreadnoughts, I think, had enough protection to stop a 75mm. Okay, there goes the Wakatake. So, with the torpedoes out of the picture and nicely hooked up with Tamanon, we are now in a good position to start abusing. Well, we'll start with that Milgi, I think. Rounds on, rounds matched. Fire everything. And adjust for the straddle. Then reload to AP. I think the Kaiser is going to get hammered down. I mean, the Svetlana's got torpedoes, if memory serves, so not really a problem there. Okay, just match. Get that last turret into line. 2 seconds, 1 second. Rounds out. 7 kilometers, murderously close even by these standards. 1 overpen and 1. I actually aimed too far forwards. Huh. Interesting. One other nice thing about Bellerophon, by the way, you can actually put 6 guns in a very narrow forward cone. So just here, you'll see all 6 turrets. Numbers 1, 2, and 3 all line up. So I've got 6 barrels straight forward. Nassau can do that as well. Karachi can't, interestingly enough. And it's also one of the few advantages that the Bellerophon and the Nassau have over the Conqeror, because she has a more sensible centerline arrangement, which does mean, of course, that she only has a total of 4 barrels forward. Right. Speaking of barrels forward. Right. Full reverse. That Clemson's getting way too close to my taste. Way too close to my taste. But while he's distracted trying to murder me, which he is about to do, I might add. There's his torpedo. He's angling for a torpedo shot. Looking for it. Looking for it. Come on, my friend. You want to play chicken? Just get the third barrel in. Bam. Bam. New boat. As noted, Bellerophon can put 6-gun barrels straight forward, and consequently managed to nuke him before he managed to get his second salvo away. However, that does still leave me with a bit of a problem in that I haven't got much of my ship left. And there's some very angry battleships over here. And a pretty angry Derpschke as well, none of whom I suspect like me very much after what I just did to their mate. So, switch armor piercing for next. Target. Target. Match, match, match. Single reactor ignition. Okay, actually didn't quite fire fast enough there. No, it was the ammo switch. Still, I now have a Conqeror that is broadside in front of me at 5 kilometers. At least leave me something to shoot. Never mind, 4 seconds to the reload. 3, 2, 1. Adjust down a bit, and rounds hit the water, of course. Okay, right, so still stopping the worst of it from this Derpschke. Repairs are almost back, so high explosive for the next run, I think. As you can see, there's this very, very narrow arc. Heal up again. Torpedoes, okay, those are out of range. High explosive loading. Okay, just waiting for this to come back. I'm going to aim high for this next salvo. Will that Derpschke kindly quit? Oh, that Derpschke is not about to quit. That Derpschke is getting remarkably close. Got it. Kill that fire. And then focus quickly to take down the Derpschke, who is not only getting too close, has popped his smoke generator, although he hasn't executed a tactical Notzer, so I don't quite know what he's thinking. Provided I can keep him behind me, I'm essentially immune to his torpedoes anyway. Right, so fire 1. And... right, starboard wing turrets coming round, but everything else has been caught napping. Come on, where's the number 3 turret? Sorry, number 4 turret. Bingo, and got him. I hope. I'm sorry, would you kindly burn? Preferably before you set me on fire again. Thank you, Raziel. Much appreciated. Why is the DD firing AP? I have no idea. Mind you, if it's a Russian DD, he probably thought he could get through the upper belt, because Russian DDs are fun like that. The Derpschke keeps shooting AP. I got nothing. I got absolutely nothing. I am very grateful he did keep shooting like that, because it made my life much, much easier. And now we'll just tickle this St. Louis to death. No point trying armor piercing on him at this kind of range. It's just gonna... well, let's just say it's not gonna work nearly so well. Okay. And... oops, straddled. Cue the seagulls. Mine, 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 mine. Yeah.